Learn from those before and continue to explore. There's no limit to how much you can know.
We're in the Sunset Show. Welcome to the Sunset Show. Welcome, Fernando.
Welcome.
Welcome. It's a great honor. Tell me a little bit about your background. I'm not Portuguese. I'm German, but I talk with a lot of...
I noticed that.
Okay, somehow it was wrong with my voice.
I was thinking to myself, this guy is not Portuguese. Maybe not. He's not, definitely. Now he confessed, he's not Portuguese.
So, but after we met, I talked with quite a couple Portuguese. Okay. And when your name came up, everybody was really excited. Wow! Oh, wow.
When you mean excited, you're talking men and women.
Both, yes, both, yes, yeah, sure. The women a little bit more, but some men were mad. But that's we skip. We just skip. Yeah. So give me a little bit background.
What I do?
Yes,
yeah. I'll try to tell you my story in 1 minute or so. So I was born in Lisbon.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
But all my family is from Alentejo. Alentejo is the southbound Portugal. It's beautiful. You should go there if you don't know it.
I pass it on the way to the Algarve.
It's on the way to the Algarve. So it's this huge piece of land between Lisbon and the Algarve. And you can go by the seashore, Vila Nova de Mil Fontes, etc. Or you can go through Beja, Évora, and so it's beautiful. But anyway, my parents and all my family are from Alentejo. So one of the characteristics of Alentejo people is that they sing since they're born.
Okay.
Since they're born. So everybody sings in Alentejo.
They have a certain way to...
They have a certain way to do it.
That's
they sing. They used to sing in chorus.
Yes.
Choral. This choral.
Right. Mostly men's
culture.
Also.
They call it cant Alentejan. They call it because all the guys together with arms like that, and they sing. La, la, la. It's like gospel.
Yes.
It's pretty much like gospel, but a different style, a different way. So everybody in my family used to sing.
Okay.
My parents, my uncles, everybody were singers. So I was born in this environment. In one way, in another way, I was crazy about music myself. My father used to work in the radio. Antena 2, which is now, yes, still Antena 2 this is the national radio station and television. So I used to work with classical music. So I was born in the middle of Mozart, Rachmaninoff, Dvorak, Verdi, etc., etc., etc. And so I was always between this. And I developed this skill since I was a little kid of every sound I hear, I practically can process and impersonate or imitate.
Did they, just to correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard they have checked your voice? With some doctors were trying to find out? Okay, the people talking about it.
I will go there in a minute. So I was in the middle of this thing, so I discovered that I found that I could do every sound with my voice. So everything I hear or everybody I heard on the radio, on the television, I was ready to memorize and sing exactly like him or like her. So it's a crazy thing. This is crazy. So actually I became a singer impersonator. I was studying for engineering, to be an engineer.
Different world.
I would be actually, if I was an engineer, I would be very, very sad, a very sad person, a sad engineer. Believe me. So I decided to change this hobby into a real work, profession. So that's what I do for 35 years.
And when this was 35 years ago when you made this decision?
This was 35 years ago.
So you're 35 years on the market, constantly singing, performing, being all in Portugal, all around the world. What was your highlight around the world when you traveled or sung?
Well, I've been in so many countries. The first time I left Portugal to perform in some country, I went to Russia.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Russia Sochi in Russia.
So, yeah.
Sochi is a beautiful place in the south. So I was there to perform with the National Orchestra of the National Television Orchestra, Russia, whatever. So it was 90 musicians, and I was a little boy, you know, I was a young boy. That was my first experience outside my borders to sing as a professional. So I was really amazed with all that. You know? And you see this fantastic orchestra with so many good musicians and singers and everything. So that was a terrific experience. But the highlight of all my career was when I was in the States.
Okay.
So I went to the United States and I stayed for a long period of time. Not staying there as a resident, but I used to go there like 3 times a month. I used to stay like, for example, 8 weeks in the States and then 1 week in Portugal, then more 6 weeks in the States, 2 weeks in Portugal. So I performed for a lot of casinos and corporations and places in all over America.
You've been in Atlantic City, in the Trump Taj Mahal?
I was at the Trump Taj Mahal. This was before he became a president.
Yes, so long before.
That was long before. Nobody knew he could ever be a president sometime in his life or my life.
Well, it's crazy.
Anyway, I did for him or for his casino 78 shows.
Wow.
And a couple of them in Las Vegas as well, in other properties, other casinos.
Yeah.
So this casino experience in Vegas and Atlantic City was actually very, very interesting, and for me it was a highlight, a learning process actually. So I became my mind, my head changed a little bit after that experience. So I realized how big this world is and how small we are, and how little things matter and make a difference in your life.
Yeah, every little thing. Yeah.
This little thing that was actually by chance that I went to America. It was a challenge in a way. So I was in Portugal, and this journalist, a friend of mine, he used to work in the United Nations in New York. So he called and said, "Listen, I was with this agent or American agent, in entertainment, and he saw your video where you're performing 'We Are the World' with all these voices. 'We are the world,' and he said that couldn't possibly be true because no one could do that, especially not being an American."
Okay.
I got offended. I said, "Come on, man. Why? I'm Portuguese, so I cannot speak English and perform English voices, American voices. I mean, this is really crazy. Tell the guy that I will be in America and perform for him. If you find me a show, I'll do it for free. You pay my musicians, you pay all my crew. I'll do it for free if you guarantee that guy's there." So these shows actually happened. Actually, we did like 3 or 4 because then it became like a big event, and we did a lot of shows. And this guy was in the first row and said, he came to my dressing room in the end and said, "Fernando, I'm very sorry I doubted you. I never expected to see an impersonator, a singer impersonator like you. I know a lot in America. There's a lot of good impersonators in America, but I never expected to see or to happen to meet a guy from Europe, from Portugal, a small country like you, and I'm doing all these things. So now, what do you want to do? I want to represent you in the States." And that's how I start building my show with American musicians. So I found out a musical director in New York, my choreographer was from the Broadway Dance Center in New York. So I got all the crew, all the team, all the creative team. Stefan Schneider, my copywriter, was a guy from New York. So we built up the show, and that's how we started to move around the casinos and all these big hotels in New York, the Plaza, the Waldorf Astoria, all these places.
Nice. Where?
So that's life.
Quite.
That's life.
Yeah, that's life. You keep track of all these things. You have pictures and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. I think we should show a couple of these things. Put in here, show the people some older stuff.
I'll be very happy to provide.
But you are actually also still on TV on a show or in a jury. You've been just recently.
We never leave TV. I mean, we never leave because from times to times, RTP or SIG Television or TVI, they're always calling me for this show, this interview, whatever happens. But I was lately I was in this, you call it a talent show? And I was the president of the jury. So I was there to appreciate and classify all other guys that are coming to impersonate singers. So it's actually
it's great,
doing
but what is really fascinating is really your 35 years on the market, doing constantly things and be seen, and now actually in the moment, also on stage or then before on TV. It's rare. Not a lot of people.
It is. I mean, I'm not aware, and I said this honestly, I'm not aware of what happens to all other entertainers and singers. I believe that some only last for 5 years or 10, some last for 50, 60.
Yeah, absolutely,
So it depends on... Some, I mean, it's, for example, I know I'm probably reaching 4,000 performances on stage. I'm probably around 3,700, 3,800, something around that.
That's quite a number,
But if you count all the times, every time you've been on a stage performing, it doesn't matter if it was a casino, no matter if it was a casino or a corporate show or a theater or a bar, whatever. So it's a lot. It's like dealing with the audience. It's like being home. It's like being with my family. It's not crazy anymore. But you, a while ago, you were asking me about these doctors.
Exactly.
Well, this was 90. Are you ready? 1986.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
So, you know,
That's
I'm an old guy. I know.
Don't worry.
This was 1986, and this doctor, Professor Paes Clement, from Porto, he came to Lisbon, talked to me. Then, well, I'm going to organize the first voice symposium in Lisbon, in Porto, and in Portugal, and I bring doctors and professors and scientists from all over the world, from the States, from Germany, from Italy, from France, everywhere. I would like you to perform in our gala dinner, but also I would like you to be part of the how do you say, what do you call, well, one of the persons, I wanted to explain my colleagues what is exactly what you do and how you do it, because that's so strange, that's so weird for us, it's actually different. So I said, okay. Then I went to Porto. A few months later, I was part of this entourage, talking about voice, and then all these doctors, everybody very serious. I was the only clown there, basically. And then I went for this show. This show was on a Saturday night. Gala dinner with all these doctors. And I was performing my show, doing all these impersonations, blah, 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 telling my stories, my jokes, blah, 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 in English, because they're all from different parts of the world. So, and they were very, curious about that. And in the end, Dr. Paes Clement and this other Dr. Stuart Strong, he was the doctor of Frank Sinatra in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess it was from Boston. I'm not sure, but I think. And then he came, hey, my colleagues and I would like to take a look at your vocal cords and your vocal organ. Okay. So tomorrow is the Sunday. I'm going to open my office, and I take my colleagues there. If you don't mind, after lunch we can go there. Just take a look at you. So it's curious. So I went to his office. Doctor office on a Sunday afternoon after lunch, and there was the first time in my life I saw this. Now it's very usual, it's a very common instrument. That computer, they can actually watch your vocal cords working on real time. Now they can record and do everything. Now for many years they do that, but that was 30 something years ago. So it was the first time I saw that. And then so they were asking me just to make sounds. Produce different sounds. So they were actually scaling everything I was doing. It was really, really funny. And then in the end they said, well, the only thing unusual we find in your system is that your vocal cords are a little longer than the usual for a man.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what they said. And that's probably why you can make many octaves from bass to up. And but also, your muscles move very, very, very easy. So it's very easy for you to move all your muscles inside your throat, inside your near your voice system, so around this stuff. Now I don't know the words, and but also there's something that would never people don't think about, but it's very, very important. Is your memory, your ear memory is absolutely amazing. If you could ever, you could never do any sound if you didn't have it exactly memorized, like an MP3.
Right.
You know.
Do you would say you have the total hearing? What people saying
Probably,
you have?
yeah.
It could
very
be,
good
or
memory.
Yeah.
But it happened to me in studios many times.
Okay.
To start the recordings without the music, they just give me the tune, and when I start, I sing immediately in the tune.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So you'd have to pitch immediately. And that's great. It's rare. It's rare.
Well,
also. Another rare situation. You get the pitch immediately and memorize everything.
What works for me is probably the combination of three things: is the hearing, the very good hearing, all this stuff, the capacity of my vocal apparato, the vocal cords and everything, and also my personality. I'm very extrovert. I'm very communicative.
Yes,
Can you say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, so I'm crazy basically. So because I'm crazy, I can do all this stuff. Otherwise, I'll be very shy. I would never come out.
If the people say you're crazy, you can do everything. That's fine. That's perfect.
See, I was studying to be an engineer. Mechanical engineer.
It's a
making machines,
different world.
Building machines.
That's a different
no, it's
world.
Not.
And for the future plan, we see us again.
Absolutely.
And do the next planning and everything.
Do the next planning, of course.
So perfect. And Fernando.
Oh, if they want to watch my stuff, you go to you can go to Facebook, for example, or YouTube.
Perfect.
My channel on YouTube is Fernando Pereira TV. All in one word.
In one sentence.
Fernando
we put
Pereira
it in.
TV.
On the end, you will see it, so
good.
you just go there.
FernandoPereira.pt is also the website. So everything on the internet. If you put Lord of the Voices or Fernando Pereira on the internet, if you Google it, you get it.
We Googled a little bit. Everybody knows you. Maybe they ask somebody on the street and say, where can I find him? So that's that's perfect. Good. Hey, that's great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Dietmar.
So
thank you.
Good luck for the next show. Bitte schön.
Dankeschön.
We do this in German. Auf Wiedersehen. So for the German listeners and watchers. So thank you very much, and we see us again.
Okay.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thanks.
Learn from those before and continue to explore. There's no limit to how much you can know.